Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our inspiring channel, Delta Suara Duja TV, your space for inspirations, educations, and meaningful conversations. This episode, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic and very challenging topic because right now, when we are talking about learning, teaching, and learning English, of course, there are a lot of challenges. What else if we are talking about uh, teaching and learning English in vocational high schools? As we all know that actually all students in vocational high schools, they think that they only focus on working after graduating from their schools. So this is one of the biggest challenges for all teachers on how to motivate their students to keep on learning and learning, because they don't have to think about very short plan. They need to think about long-term plan, so that by mastering English, they will be able to face their brighter future. In fact, many students do not think about English. Many students only focus on how to work in the field that they are learning. So this is becoming our concern on how to motivate our students who are learning in vocational high schools. And today's episode, we are so honored to be joined by a distinguished guest. We have already got here Ibu Istiqomah SPD. She is one of the English teachers from Vocational High School PGRI 3 Sidoarjo, and she has very long time experience in teaching. She would like to share her perspective in teaching vocational high school students, particularly in English subject. Now, without further ado, we would like to invite Ibu Istiqomah SPD to share her perspective about teaching English in vocational high schools. Okay, so
Yeah.
how are you, Bu Isti?
All the better to seeing you here. And thank you for
Okay,
inviting me here.
you're
It's a
very
pleasure.
welcome. Okay,
What about everything with you?
well, everything is good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bu Istiqomah, I think before starting talking
Mhm.
about our topic today, you'd better introduce yourself so that our friends, our colleague outside there, they will know who you are. Could you
Okay.
kindly introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm Istiqomah. My student usually call me Bu Isti or maybe Mem Isti.
Mm,
And I teach in SMK PGRI 3 Sidoarjo. And I've been teaching for about 23 years.
wow,
It's been quite a long time.
23
Yeah,
years.
23 years.
Okay, so there must be a beginning in your career. Up to now, you have been teaching for almost 23 years.
Mhm.
Do you see any difference between long time ago and up to now, let's say, in teaching English to vocational high school students?
Yeah, there is quite a big difference between before the examination, national examination, and after national examination. There's a bit quite different about how students react, or maybe their behavior, what they think about after graduate from school. Yeah, maybe before the when we still have a national examination, they feel so stressed and they focus to studying, not only just their majoring, because I teach in vocational school. They don't study only their majoring, but also all the student, all the subject, because they have to face the examination. But after there is no final examination, when I ask them, what do you feel about there is no examination now? They feel so relief, huge relief. They say that I don't have to study anymore. I will pass anyway. There is no feel anxiety about passing school because they pass anyway,
Okay.
even without any studying. It's a very difficult to teach.
It becomes very great challenge, I think, because the regulation said that
Yeah.
no more
Final examination.
national examination.
Yeah.
It makes them relief, as you said, right?
Yeah,
But
they
I
feel
think it's
relief.
gonna be the hardest work for teachers on how to motivate the students.
Yeah, but I think teachers' workload is not just drop it just shifted. Maybe after there is no final examination, there is new curriculum, and it make us as a teacher have to more creative to create a new learning method, maybe to motivate that not only you study, it's not only just you that subject, but you need all the subject, not only your skill, your majoring, but I need to motivate them. It's not only just what is that? Teach the material. For now, there is no syllabus. Yeah, syllabus. Our syllabus is fit what our based on our need. So we are not stick on the syllabus. I think it is good to make us to create and make more students to be creative too. But the important thing is how to scoring, because if we for example, yeah, I have to teach, I have to create 2 whole week about debate something, then what about our scoring? I have to make any maybe rubric or more portfolio. There is no 1 to 10 or maybe 10 to 100. There is no what is that? It is a subjective
It's
degrading.
more descriptive, probably.
Yeah, descriptive. So I think I feel that it is also subjective, because maybe I have to make a debate. It's about pronunciation. How is the pronunciation? It is what I feel. It is good or not. It is based on me. So I have to make more and more description for the scoring. Sometimes it is exhausted. I think there is no bubble sheet. There is no number. No, what is that? 1 to 10. There is no key. What is that?
Answer.
Key answer. So I have to create my own scoring from descriptive.
You are demanded a lot to be more creative.
Yeah, it's not only creative to material, but also how to scoring, how to make a grading for the student.
So it's also relates about the scoring rubric, because
scoring rubric.
Scoring rubric, right?
Yeah.
Because you need to think about the aspects of speaking.
Yeah,
For example, you need to think about pronunciation,
Yeah,
vocabulary,
about the
fluency,
theme.
and many other things. Then how
Yeah.
would you overcome this problem anyway?
I have to what is that? I have to prepare maybe 1 week. It's only one topic, because one topic I need 2 week, maybe 3 meeting, or 3 or 4 meeting, because I have to what is that? Test one by one in speaking, or maybe if I want to short in time, I will make a group. So I can see, oh, that's one is good in speaking, but not the vocabulary, or maybe they write about the theme, but don't know how to speak in English. That's why I have to make a rubric from their ability, their skill.
So you are thinking about a teaching method. You are also thinking about the scoring rubric.
Yeah.
You are also thinking about the students' learning activities.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just wondering, how could you manage your time?
Well, every teacher will face it, because yeah, every teacher face the same problem, because that is our syllabus now. Try to be a creative teacher and create the creative student too. So it is not only from me, the material, but also I brainstorming with my student. What do you like? What kind of method do you want to study English? So you will try to speak English. You will be brave to speak. So I just try to ask my students sometime, what do you want me to do? Make you so interested. So what do you want me to do? Just try to speak English. I also emphasize my student try to speak English, although in both language, Indonesian, English, English, and English. It is okay. Just try to be brave. Just brave, because English is practice, not only to write.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So practice is the main point actually to master a certain language, right?
That's right.
From practice, then they will create a habit.
Yeah.
From habit, then they will be able to speak something spontaneously in English.
And mastering English.
And mastering English.
Yeah.
But I think because you are teaching in vocational high school, of course, the student perspective is quite different from senior high school students, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's say most teachers told me that okay, vocational high school think a lot about finding, a job
Yeah,
after
that's right. Yeah.
graduating. Then it's gonna be, let's say, your challenge also on
Yeah.
how to motivate them again
Yeah.
to maintain their English skills.
Yeah. Sometimes in one meeting, I have to spend the half time just to motivate because after there's no final examination, they think English, or for example, English or mathematics or maybe history is not very important lesson for them. What the important is their majoring, for example, maybe machine or maybe automotive or maybe computer. They just focus on their majoring. They don't think that another subject is important. That's why I have to motivate. Maybe now it's not important. Maybe now there is no benefit for that to study English, to study mathematics, to study history. But next, you're gonna be use it. You're gonna be get the benefit of studying all the subject.
Okay.
Because they think they say sometimes they say English is not important for me because after I graduate from the school, I will work.
Yes.
English not important. Mathematics, I don't need mathematics. That's why I have to stimulate, to give motivation. Think not just in short time. Think about 5 years next. After you're working in some industry or maybe you will need English. That's the time you will regret that you don't focus for all the subject you learn in senior high school.
Well, it's quite interesting when you were saying that actually they only focus on the major. They don't think about the other subject, let's say English or history or the other things, because they only focus on their major. When you were motivating them, for example, then what's their reactions? Is there any difference or significant difference from them after listening to your, let's say, motivation, or they just, all right, I don't need English, or is there something different?
Sometimes my student didn't want to listen, didn't want to react. They just, okay, ma'am, I will listen. But it's only one another comes out to another ears. But when I said, okay, maybe if you don't want to learn English, just try to respect your friend who try to study, who want to focus. So don't make any noise then. Just keep silent, listening, because just listening, maybe you don't focus, but listening one day by one, day by day, you will, master? You will stuck in your head, and you will know the master. You don't have to study, but you just listen from your friend. It will make you master too. So if you don't want to study, would you please respect your teacher and also your other friend who want to study?
All right. So you try to motivate them by raising their awareness that actually, let's say, if you do not want to learn English, but at least you just respect your friends by listening to the English one. So do they follow what you suggested to them? Okay.
Even though they just keep listening, or maybe just at least they don't make any noise. That's the important for vocational school. For particularly when my class in multimedia is 70% is male.
Male. Of course, it's going to be more
boys.
challenging. More challenging because they have different characters, right?
If they don't say no, they just don't ignore it. Just ignore it. That's why I have to be patient. Maybe in one meeting, I don't teach anything, just motivate.
Oh, really?
Then next meeting, okay, next meeting, please be focused. Be focused.
So when you are coming to the classroom, you do not directly teach them, but you try to prepare them, you try to set them up to
Yeah.
get ready for your lesson.
Yeah, to get ready by maybe review from the last meeting. When they don't remember the last meeting, I will try to recall their memory, what we have already talked about last meeting.
So you remind them about
Yeah.
last meeting topic,
Yeah.
and then if they have already understood about that one, you
Mhm.
move to the next topic.
Yeah, because now I am not syllable finisher now because there is no final examination though. So I don't have to push myself to finish all the material. It is based on our need.
So you were interviewing your students about their learning needs.
Yeah.
So you are creating the customized curriculum,
Yeah,
probably, yeah,
but
because
also still stick on the book from the government syllabus.
okay, so you
Yeah,
still follow the
Yeah,
regulations, but you are more you have more freedom, probably, yeah, to decide
to
about
design.
the customized curriculum.
Yep.
Then when you were, let's say, interviewing your students, how many percent, let's say, from the students who have great interest in learning English, for example, what do you want to learn in English? Is there any response which is quite relevant to your questions
Yeah.
from the students?
They usually like storytelling
Mm.
and telling their story, but I will try to make them try to speak in English. Yeah, even though that is not about, maybe I can relate it with the narrative text or maybe recount text, but their experience in daily or maybe their problem is okay for me.
Wow.
Although their problem is not related with the lesson, but still speak English, I appreciate it.
Okay, so it means that you are implementing what's so-called as meaningful teaching and learning process because you try to relate
To
what they
relate,
have
yeah.
learned in the classroom with their daily experience,
Yeah.
which is very good actually. Then
Mm.
after implementing their skills, how could you observe the students' progress in learning?
For example, yeah, hereditary text is
Mm.
about their opinion. I will make, or maybe I will create my team. You don't have to make the same topic from the book. You can create, but not not far away from the hereditary text itself. Just for example, then I will make a scoring by what their maybe from the text they made, not have to relate with the book. It's okay, as long as they write it in English.
Did you also correlate, because for example you are teaching them writing hortatory text, for example, did you relate them in presenting, let's say, in their spoken skills?
Yeah.
Then how could you bridge from written text into spoken one? How could you relate that kind of things?
For example, what do you think about the digital money, digital literacy? What you tell is hereditary when you write it in a text. I just told them what you speak, your opinion, it is text when you write it down. So try to write it down after you retell.
Wow.
What about your opinion about that?
Okay, so it means that not only writing, but you should be able to implement that writing in your speaking activities.
Although speaking is but language, Indonesian English,
Well, I think it's
okay.
a process, there,
Yeah.
It's a process. I think we cannot force our students to keep on talking in English fully.
Yeah.
Because
It's
we
very
know that
hard.
English is a foreign language, right? Foreign language. We cannot force them. What we can do is that how can we stimulate them to get engaged with us so that they are not afraid anymore, they are not anxious anymore, but they are confident enough.
Yeah.
This is actually the point. In confidence, when they are getting more confident, then they are able to convey every ideas in their mind.
Yeah, and then produce it in speaking.
Produce in speaking.
Yeah.
Let's say when you try to stimulate them to speak, for example, in English, and then they do not know what to do, the students do not know what to do, then how could you stimulate them to, all right, just keep on talking to me.
Yeah,
Then
keep on talking, even though in Indonesian. And I will try to translate it. And you have to retell what I told you.
Okay.
Yeah, they speak Indonesian and English, and I correct them in English. Then try to tell in English. just like what I said.
Mm.
Yeah. Sometimes our another friend will laughing. Stop laughing. It's not very easy.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
your turns,
Mm.
it's gonna be what is that? So stressful. Standing in front of the class is stressful for the student
Exactly.
when they speak English.
This is what's so called as speaking anxiety.
Yeah, speaking
Speaking anxiety. Probably the student feel it's quite funny when they are looking at their friends speaking in English, but when they are in front of the class, it's
Yeah.
gonna be more different, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, we need to keep in their mind that actually, yes, you can laugh, but do not laugh at your friends. Laugh at yourself,
Yeah.
probably,
Yeah.
because by doing so, they will be able to respect one another.
Yep.
Well, I think it's quite interesting when you were saying corrections.
Yeah.
Just keep on talking. If you make a mistake, then I would like to give corrections. So how could you correct them in the process of teaching and learning?
Sometimes they don't know about the vocabulary. And I give them, for example, what is the meaning of this, ma'am? And I will try to make your own sentence. That's it.
So
That's
you
it.
are like working
Almost
dictionary.
berjalan, yeah.
Working
Yeah,
dictionary.
working dictionary.
Okay. Then by doing so, I think they're gonna have more freedom because they will be more confident. They think that
They're not
okay,
afraid to
they're
speak.
not, yes, they are not afraid anymore because if they are making mistake, then you just okay, this one is the correct one, this one is the correct one. Then it means that you try to be their best friends.
Yeah. This is the best way to be their best friend, not to be their teacher. Because for the vocational school, for the senior high school, they don't need any teacher to teach them, to dictate. Yeah, they need a friend to spare maybe the knowledge about their experience, or maybe listening their problem, and then we come back to our lesson. Sometimes when they feel so bored, I will give another chance. Okay, what do you want me to do now? If you don't focus they don't pay any attention to my lesson, I will ask them, and then I relate it to the lesson. But it doesn't work. I come back, come back again, just speaking with them.
I think by being their best friend, you can be their inspirations probably because you are a walking dictionary, but in the same time you also become their best friend.
Yeah,
it means
they call me mommy.
Oh, really? Wow.
They call me mommy.
Wow.
Mommy smiling, mommy smiling.
You are so close with your student until they can call you like that.
I'm trying to be so close to them. It is not what is that? It is problem when you have what is space from your student. There is no connection. How can you teach them if you have no connection with your student? So I sometimes trying to listen their problem. That's why I can be their friend. When I can be their friend, they will focus. When I say, okay, please respect me when I'm teaching, because this is my duty, and your duty is to listening, to study. They will respect, at least. Okay, so this is what's so called as learning engagement. So the teacher may not only focus on the materials, but the teacher should also pay attention on the student readiness in learning. I still remember that actually there are 3 different types of teachers. The first one is mediocre teachers, only telling something. And the second one is good teacher. This kind of teacher is able to only explain the materials. And the third one is excellent teacher. The excellent teacher is the teacher who can inspire the student to do much better in the future. And I could see from you. Because I think the first and the second is not trend teacher now.
All right.
That's old-fashioned teacher, I think. It's just telling and telling.
Yes.
That's old-fashioned teaching.
Right now, of course, it is not suitable anymore, right?
Yes,
for our
not
students.
suitable.
Because now we can use what's called as digital tools, digital devices to help them to learn more. And those who are still using or grouping in the first and the second one, I think they do not use what's so-called as digital devices in learning. Do you also use digital devices in learning?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So in what aspect, in what way you are using?
When I try to stimulate, for example, I will try to explain about narrative tech. Maybe I will show them the video, and then what do you get from the video?
Okay.
Then we come to the material. This video is from the opening, and then the content and the closing. This is called narrative tech. That's
Wow.
it. And then I can relate it to the book.
Well, it's quite interesting. I could imagine how alive your class is, and I'm just wondering how could I join your class, because from your explanation, it's quite interesting, really interesting, because you can engage the students.
Yeah.
You can attract the students to come to your world.
Yeah.
Okay, but of course you need to come to their work first, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to come, right?
Yeah, they have to come and be a friend first.
Okay, and then when they are ready, then you can just start teaching them.
I'm learning too from them, actually. From the beginning, I am the first type of the teacher you told me, just telling and telling, because I'm syllabus, I'm syllabus finisher. I have to finish all the material. So I have to tell, teach, explain, never come to their work. And they have stress because they have to face final examination. But now it is I have to make their student more creative, because our government is try to make our student is just not in AQ but IQ. S is Q. How to socialize. Sometimes if I found my student so what is that? Never active. After the classes, I come to them. I come to her. What is the problem? Any problem? Your parent, or maybe your student? Your friend, or maybe your teacher. Just tell me. I won't tell anybody, even though that they are friend. Just tell me if you have any problem with another teacher. I am trying to come to their work.
So no wonder if your student call you ma'am.
Yeah, mommy.
Mommy, because you are so close. You are like their mother. You only, you are not only the teacher, but you are also a consultant for them, so that they are free to tell anything to you. Not only focusing on the English one, but free. They can just share everything to you. So that's why you are so close to your students.
Outside the school, they still call me mommy when they meet me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Right.
Mommy. Sometimes my daughter say, "Who's that, mom?" My student, I say that again.
What?
Yeah. Because after the school, I just what is that? Speak heart by heart. What do you want after they graduate? Or maybe sometimes they have any problem with their parent. I will tell them, okay, maybe you're not agree with your parent, but you have to obey them. You have to respect them. I'm just trying not to be a teacher, but to be a friend, or maybe just to be ustada, just to make them to try to be a better person.
So you are playing multitasking teacher, multi roles of teacher. Not only being a teacher, but you are also a parent. You are also a consultant. You are also their best friend, right? So that's why I think it's very important for all teachers, when we are trying to convey our material, we need to prepare our students' mood first, so that the teacher will be able to convey their materials. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think it's quite interesting discussions with Ibu Istiqomah, because I think she is one of the inspirations for us to teach our students.
Actually.
Well, let's say in 3 words, Bu, what are the key to teach our students so that they can reach the goal of learning English?
Try to realize who you are, so you will know what will you do.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? Yeah.
Patience, probably.
Yeah.
Patience
To face any problem, and more creative. Don't be a passive person. You have to active, or maybe life will destroy you. You have to defeat the world.
Wow.
Not the world defeat you.
Wow, it's very inspiring discussions. Well, I think from our discussion, we can just conclude that actually teaching our students, we don't have to treat them as the object, but we need to treat them as the subject. Bu Istiqomah has already said that actually when we are teaching our students, we need to treat them very well. We need to raise their awareness. We need to stimulate them to be aware who they are so that they will be aware of learning English and be patient. Be patient to face anything in learning process or in any daily activities challenges. Well, I think it's quite interesting to talk about these motions or this topic, and we can just take the advantages from our discussions today. But unfortunately, we have very limited time. Bu Istiqomah, thank you for being with us here.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you
to
for
be here.
sharing your experience.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening our minds about teaching and learning English, especially for vocational high school students.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're
And I think that's all for our topic today, for our discussion today. We do hope that you can take any advantages from our discussion. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye-bye.